crowd. We are nearing the end here tonight. Let's hear it for you.
Yeah, us!
Just like me, you don't love yourselves at all. Let's at least hear it for your bartending staff, because they've been taking care of it. All right. So here we are for the last couple. Let's hear it for Rich Volkening!
This microphone smells like sarcasm. So again, my name is Rich Volkening, which is a German name, and when you actually say it German-like, it's pronounced Volkening. And when you translate that back to English, it translates as, my name sounds racist. Or I hate Jews, depending on where I'm telling the joke. So I got into comedy kind of by default. I was searching online for jobs that I could have where basically I could keep weird hours, I could have a really shitty attitude, and I could grow a beard. And what I came up with was Unibombing, werewolf, and stand-up comedy. And apparently Unibombing and werewolfing don't really have a 401k plan or insurance, and they're not really good for resumes, so here I am. It's really tough being a fat black man. It is. I'm just saying. It's not always about me. So like everybody else here, I lie and say I'm married. No, I am. But I would like to lie about that at this point. But so my wife, she says I lack passion and creativity. So apparently it's neither passionate nor creative to ask your wife to play a game of hide the dick. So, I actually found something out after we got married, which was pretty troubling. I didn't know this going in, but I found out that my wife had an eating disorder. And it turns out that the only thing that my wife can consume is my confidence and my manhood. Yeah. So, because I'm possibly splitting up with my wife, I realized that I want to quit smoking. Partially because I don't want to limit my dating pool to skanks, but also I don't really want to die anymore, so, you know. So I was at the hospital the other day, speaking of dying, and I was visiting a friend. It was actually a good trip, but I was in the elevator and I realized that you have to be really careful about what you say in a hospital. And I was like, oh God, my throat is killing me. The guy behind me is like, yeah, AIDS is killing me. Yeah, it was a pretty happy moment there. So, I have a lot of free time, and in my free time, I kind of nerd out a little bit, and I'm actually developing an app for smartphones. It's based on Angry Birds, because I'm going to steal that and try to make money, but it's called Angry Jailbirds. And again, it's just like Angry Birds, except you get points for forced sodomy and shanking. Yeah. And raping and all that good stuff. I guess the same thing as forced sodomy, but speaking of jailbirds, I saw a story that OJ was actually working at a sitcom. And this is true story. I know OJ 10 years ago, that's pretty funny. But he actually had a working title that he was working on in prison. It's called How I Killed Your Mother. Yes! Zing! Jokes are always funny when you throw a zing in there. Not always, but... So, I was thinking the other day about being gay. And not actually being gay, but just the actual act of it and how it would be. And I was thinking the conversations would probably be a little bit simpler. It'd probably be something like this, like, hey, you wanna blow me? No, but I'm pretty sure that you'll blow me if I do, so yes I do. So during my day job, I sell insurance, believe it or not, which is it's very fulfilling, and it really does make me happy inside, and really fulfills all my dreams and goals of life. Hey, boss. But what he told me is that he feels that the reason I'm not selling as much as I should is because I'm very uncomfortable with uncomfortable silence after you ask for the sale. And I tend to disagree. So let's talk about anally fisting babies. Now, I think that anybody who actually does this should get the death penalty or something similar. But the topic of it itself, I told my wife that I was going to write a joke about anally fisting babies, and this is pretty much what I got. I got anally fisting babies? And the problem that I had with it is that she put the emphasis on anally, as if it was somehow okay to vaginally fist babies. I was like, I'm not going to limit myself to 50% of the baby population for this joke. So I'm available for babysitting if anybody's looking. That's all I got. Thank you very much. I'm Rich Volkening.
Quickly go. Not in the bathroom. Yeah.
Wash your hands. Yes.
Not touching the microphone.
Yes.
All right, everyone. How are you feeling? That's all right. We're going on regardless of how you're feeling. Please welcome your next comedian as I wash my hands, Mr. Gary Martin.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Alright. So I'm on the south side, and I noticed by on the south side that it's like a really fucked up version of Mayberry and Cheers. This is why I say this. Because I went into a bar, and the guy offered to buy shots for everybody. But when he said shots, he meant one fucking shot. Like to sip, pass it around, and sip it. This is not fucking convenient. I'm not fucking sipping out your fucking dirty ass lips. So, I really fucking hate people that like to get in shape. Because these people really fucking piss me off. Because I know I should probably be in shape. I just don't have the fucking motivation to do it. I try and go to the gym, but then there's fucking McDonald's, Burger King, and Taco Bell. And I guess I try. But these people that work out look so fucking happy that I just really want to fuck up their day. Like, they're fucking listening to like Wham and George Michael and bullshit like that. So I always have a vision that when they're fucking doing their own workouts, that I can just like take a fucking stick and walk up to them and just bust them in the fucking face. Because they wouldn't know because they're on the right bus. So I met my girlfriend at a bar, and that's fucking awesome. I met her at a bar. Because I knew when I'm looking in her eyes at night, that if I play my cards right, she would pay my tab. But one thing I learned that night is that if you take your girlfriend into a public restroom and you're making out with her, and another girl walks into that same restroom, it's not a good fucking idea to yell threesome. Because they get mad about that shit. Especially if they're underage. Thanks a lot, fucking Chris Hansen. Ruined my fucking dreams. No, I love my girlfriend though. Sometimes. I realize I've changed since I've been with her. Because she wants to do all this girly shit, like cuddle and do all that other bullshit. When I've been with other girls before, when they want to cuddle, I just kick them out of the fucking house. But with her, I'll wake up and it's like 5 o'clock and I realize I'm late for work. I've been into professional wrestling. But I've realized that these kids that go to these wrestling events are a lot vicious than I used to be. I went to one a couple weeks ago, and I was sitting in the second, third row. There's a kid right in front of me. This big dude came out. And this kid couldn't be no more than 8. And he yelled at this dude, and he's like, "Suck my dick!" I'm looking at him because I was the only adult closer to him, and I didn't want this fucking dude to think that I was related to him or this kid was my son, because I didn't really feel like getting my ass kicked that night. And so the wrestler came over to the kid, and I did the only reasonable thing any adult would fucking do. I kicked that fucking kid into that guy and ran. So I'm amazed by myself that I actually went to college because of how my life has turned out. And I went to a college that's named Ball State University. When you go to, yeah. See, yeah. Which I don't know where I fucked up because I ended up in Richmond, so I don't know where I fucked up in my life. But I went to a school that's Ball State. Anytime you go to a school in Muncie that's named Ball State, you know you're going to get a fucked up education. But luckily the teachers were more fucked up than the students were. Luckily for me. Because if you go to school on 420, you can go to fucking class. There ain't gonna be nobody there to fucking teach you shit. Which means that's why I graduated. Thank God for LSD. That's all I can say. Thank God for LSD. Alright, I have about one more joke and then I'm gonna get out of here. But Richmond is a lot different from where I'm from, because I'm from Chicago. And coming from a big city like Chicago into Richmond is like having the fucking satellite package where you get the fucking NFL channel and all that shit, to go into Richmond where you don't even have a fucking TV. It's just a lot harder because I love to have weed. I would smoke weed. I love to have drugs around the house. And the problem I've discovered about that is that I have a criminal justice degree, which I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do drugs when you're a cop, but I'm not a cop, so I say fuck it. I don't give a shit. I'll be a drug dealer before I'm a cop. I'll make more money. Probably get more sex too, actually. Alright, that's my talk.